Lamo Ladakh se gyalsa le kharyoga naste yotkane Ladakh se sikzo zangpoji kawo nasabo thong achignang nyampo Ladakh la lepkan sokshik ngon thupche se spaljane khampaji munshi nang gyau niske ngon me khampe nang yotkan lamo I lame chaglas po kurang Ladakh se lam lukrol shezrik tang ngon me ster chupogun mimang skun la ngon chupche ser gan namskanjik lamo
in the beginning of the 21st century, Leh town was changing a lot. There were lots of new buildings coming up. There were lots of old buildings being pulled down. There were a lot of old heritage structures that were, not considered very important anymore. And I think in the light of all that was happening in Leh in sort of 2000, 2001, 2002, I felt very sort of distressed by it, upset by it, and wish that things would change. And one Ladakhi gentleman told me, well, if you really care so much, why don't you do something yourself? So in 2003, Dr. Munshi was introduced to Lamo by John Harrison, who was a conservation architect working here. He was working on Lunpo House, which is just above Munshi House. And Dr. Munshi was very keen on getting his house restored and conserved because it was a very important house in sort of the whole Ladakh's history and in the whole sort of cultural fabric that was the old town of Leh. So after meeting Dr. Munshi a couple of times, then Lamo decided to take on this house and restore it. We worked with John Harrison. It took us probably about a whole year to work out a lease deed at that time with Dr. Munshi, because I don't think there were many lease deeds at that time written up in Ladakh. And in 2005, we finally actually decided, we actually started work on the house. John Harrison is from Wales, and he was the conservation architect who worked on this building, and he had a team over here that consisted of Ladakhi skilled artisans, as well as labor, mainly from the Doda, and also Ladakh's first conservation architect, Delden Angmo. She also worked on this building, and other people who also documented the structure for us. Most of the funds for doing the restoration work came from private sources. It was very difficult at the time to get funding from outside or even from within the community, because I think in the early 2000s people didn't also not think much of giving support to mud architecture or to mud buildings. And in Ladakh till that time, a lot of conservation work had been done on palaces, monasteries, but very little work had been done with sort of vernacular homes. There wasn't much attention on that. And our whole idea was to also sort of say, what can you do with an old house? I mean, okay, maybe it's difficult to live in Old Town. You don't have regular electricity. You don't have a constant water supply. But there are other ways that you can also use an old house. And I think that was the whole thing that we wanted to also show. What is the sort of, how you can readapt an old house for contemporary use.
Munshi house ya Munshi kampa jiksop churchesi sangme sampantok chenmo zena teo no reale chezena I kama Munshi kampa wo part sumi na ayat kya chang part chik po zena changme sang khuli na ayat kamdo changme sang ningpa no reale tene tewo ka Ladakh la le gyalsa gyuri sangan la le agyapo mane maskyo de ngan la no teole testing ne te sang khetok pe ka tene gyaltuz la sikskani part po te no reale tene changme sang khetok po ka nga tang daksa justo tika oi part kun tene british tuzla sikskano so pa ivena khampajing man pa le khorang goma kazu ding chukpa chukste be history te no reale 그래서 상매상 욕보 때문에 고마 야포시코도 상한라 레만의 중인직만에만 몇 개래래 이나가에 캠페 상매상 욕배는 자파가 강지용 텐테보 레베 본드린 개래래 때나 자파 캠바 욕배가 차나 잠벨단 라양 용전래 Destinate daksa shik stok te mane kha ka te japa kyang bo yang yut kerele to taspa bumde tuzla I japa kyang bo shik te tene le te chikchen mo gyur kan bo shes duk chezana taspa bumde tuzla chamba sum ko shang kerele chamba sumbo tene yo chamba shanga chamba be ka chap te japa kyang bo chagala shik sa dia chompa te zane te kan ya tene enchan le bo te chikchen mo sonte destine gapo ka jux pa sang nar se mo jans tene le khar jans te samba jang champo tene yang ladak si ja sang bane mi mang po yos te ka settle sonte tenele wachenmo son kerela teni kyang bang pura ji kerela son pai mushi kampe sangme sanga khulbo ngal lai ka ga dini sang ta lo dunga ga bi ngan chokse no chezena te gaposh ko de sangal la yale son pa tene ibo jiksopo mangcha ngata daksa manisha na tene John Harrison bo tezuk conservation architect pod the team si kampa jiksop chokani maste expert chigat penele kemise gampo lasa nang skardogun la po ngata pod team si kampa nang shingsak nang tesang ma conservation nang jiksop chokani ngala sompa kwa korang last po galik chachas mane kwa yang chang dotpa jigmet pin sompa ibe jiksop pang maste cham tup nyan nganma nang choksong khorika song to diale kemane dware re pakbur re jagma chonga gornang tenna jage ka kwa te patience boduk pinle son payo conservation bang jiksop pang cham tup nyan nganma nang chok song to diale tene ibo yongche chan ngati thugu ni pia 21st century nang nganme le kazu sha goma le ina ngata stana le goma kazu suska ne pura logis po yoten rela to ngati student sang ma ngati mi sang ma ngati academician sang ma ngati research su sang me piang chinchat ibo ngata status pia document churches solution rela
Juleng memia tring chosumenle teninga Ladakh Arts and Media Organization library nende teninga library ngai khare yogne teninga ina munshi khampa yule tena ngai office po yule teninga library na is ma chabuk tene arts and media related like arts and media related photography then contemporary arts then religions then ngati yang Ladakh se history ka book mang tele then ina section alag just reference section magazine section then gender section then ika children section tele Teningeja sujik ika silaskun ika book six means ya silaskun nina teningeja nam skunan dikte nole tene Monday to Saturday kali students matsukpa tene jaktang festival chino yale
Sanga lama last chune pinyale tene lama last I residential last chune tene ina last ma project pin tene ne teo samai ko kai ka exhibition jik chun samyale jumle ale tene ye exhibition bo daksa jak nisum ingala tene inaugurate song te nyale tene I exhibition bo tarun ina da chik lushe tene Mimang skuna join ki jabunika skote I last kun 6000 tene I kane last gulne skola ngit sabek dor se nge juniale tene goma ikane I thuli trebo ketangi che yusho sin jaranga po na Ladakh sang pilla chane tene te chane thuli treka experiment jichos pinyale tene ote thuli treka chalna color jik pansa na botas pin testing ne jasik photo gas pinyale tene ote photo ina ketana rina toxic reul jik toxic ote thong pinyale tene ote ri thong pasang ote riu ketana chile ote photography na ri thong pasang ote inspiration jik choriale ma ote tene te ka ote kane malab ote movement be kane chart chunking I thuli take a last experiment something just pinyale tene ote chun nang tene idachi ka mala experiment choste nyane
I lamo ngala ngata 2009 na I start chos kya te sangala I lame building o proper ngata jigs te met kya te tiun da ngai da documentation chos te tiun da sangai ina editing chos te tene da ngala ka zuk shidupin da sa ka zuk shiduk te sanganga ina editing chos te miul na stanat tene suje ngata yang stache se dot pa yodna ngajai ka skod na dik sanok stala
Lamo Center School ang chapik junale tene ikane ngata e khong ngata le kharyo ga yote no khapa ni jote no ju tene ikane ngata yos pune gemi khampa tene khapa chebo ketena ngata le munshi khampa tene tebo ketena ngata nistong tuk ngagune na tene jiksop fulte tene lo sumjik ngata gorkyak tente sting ne tene tebe na ngata tengsang e dangdri tu sita zotang sarpel zena chi junang ngata e chokse digrim lasta ngata mangpoji na tuzgun dulin juk sano ina tenas kya ngata yunu mangpoji ka khaglena no tene lasta gunina chke pasang tene ibe kane ta nye juches tunta ko le tene ngata ngamme stening kharing ngaba ngata khapa ing pa ladak gang pena man ma mangpo yulu la yoten aju Tebo jigdal chama chuga ngatae jigso fulte bora za chespu ma khachanduga chesute warsiwa sistang ma gyala jingdole tene tebe kol thap se yang ngata thap smart approach ngata ika daksar ngata changme mi gidun la jigses la yotero te tengsa ngata e lasta desu sulchese pia met khamet ngata yang somajik ma stig marsiga tene ichokse yang ngata campaign pagung la jigso fulte tene ichokse activities mama project join just scarf matter produce
the restoration work was at one level quite sort of not simple but it was manageable but at other levels it was also difficult because Ladakhi houses are sort of built over the years. It's not like this whole building was constructed 400 years ago. It was done in stages, so in some places the foundation was weak, in other places the foundation had to be reinforced and rebuilt. We had to go all the way to the bottom and start building again. And in 2000, I think about 3 or 4 years later, one day there was a really bad storm in Leh and the big Rapsal room totally collapsed. So we had to start again. So these were some of the sort of challenges we encountered as we were restoring the building. I think since the restoration work has been done, in 2018 we received an award of distinction from UNESCO, both for the restoration work that we've done for this building and also for the use of this building. The fact that we have made this building a place where people from Ladakh can come to, they can use the place for sort of creative and artistic expression. We have workshops, we have exhibitions. We work with a lot of the young contemporary artists from the region, whether it's in visual arts, photography, painting, sculpture, music, literature. So it's very much a place that is also used for sort of the ongoing promotion of Ladakhi art and culture.
Ladakh.